Hey everyone, this week's podcast sponsored by Racing in the Dirt. Located in Cleveland, Wisconsin, Racing in the Dirt is ready to put their over 30 years worth of off-road experience to work for you. From turnkey builds to rolling chassis to an awesome selection of parts, the Racing in the Dirt staff has got you covered. Brake kits, aluminum hub kits, enclosed chain drives and kits, drive shaft loops, and even DIY wheelie bar kits, all available. So let Scott, Shane, and the crew at Racing in the Dirt get you the competitive edge you need. Give them a call at area code 920-693-2000. That's area code 920-693-2000. Or find them on Facebook or even racinginthedirt.com. That's racinginthedirt.com and the UPS Daily.
Hey folks, this is an ad read for Silverback Off-Road and the rentals. Silver Lake's most convenient rental company. Rentals are available from April 1st to October 31st. At Silverback Off-Road, you'll find experts that can help you find the latest products and performance upgrades to help you transform your Jeep, truck, or side-by-side into your ideal reflection. Their off-road rental shop is conveniently located in Mears, Michigan at 1920 North 24th Avenue, directly across the street from the 2,000-acre Silver Lake Sand Dunes, which is Michigan's #1 off-road destination. Also, Silverback Off-Road Rentals, they offer ATV rentals, side-by-side rentals, Jeep rentals, RV rentals, and more. This is the only drivable sand dune east of the Mississippi River. For more information, you can visit their website at silverbackoffroad.com, or you can give them a call at 231-923-2455, extension 1. Again, that's 231-923-2455, extension 1. And once again, you can find them at their website, silverbackoffroad.com, and also find them on social media at Silverback Off-Road. Silverback's RV rentals can be found at silverbackrvrental.com. You can also contact them at sales@silverbackrvrental.com. You can also call them for the RV rentals at 616-730-8787. Again, that's 616-730-8787. silverbackrvrental.com.
Hey, folks, we're back. It is me, Billy Teeters, and Dave Applegate. We're going to talk about the Mud Racers Association race down in Panama City, Florida, that Dave went to. And Dave and I are twinning right now. We're wearing the same shirt. Quick shout out to the sponsors that helped get Dave out there to provide the coverage that he could. George Farms, Grading Hauling, Rick, Randy, and Justin George, Greg and Carlos Martinez, and SCS Gearbox, Craig Sage from Bellevue, Ohio. Oh, Greg and Carlos Martinez are from Las Vegas area. So yeah, thank you guys for helping Dave get out there, and definitely took advantage of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to forget, Racing in the Dirt, Scott, and his boy. Man, those guys were like, I don't know, I've never met them, talked to them on the phone before. Very smart guys, and they build some very nice machines, and they were very helpful to me to show me around, teach me how they do everything. Of course, it's not something that you're going to learn in one day because they do things a little bit differently than normal. But as far as the racing goes, but Scott, greatly appreciate all hospitality that you gave us, and definitely looking forward to being back. And we will hopefully see you soon.
So, Dave, first of all, we've heard so much about this facility. How was the track?
Excuse me. So I'll tell you what, that track, I don't know what it was before. It's the first time I'd ever been there. Man, that track is beautiful. They have a really nice 8th mile blacktop track. They have really nice concessions. They have really nice restrooms. The grandstands are fantastic. The grandstands are actually painted like the American flag. So if no one's sitting in it, and I wish I can try and get a picture of that, and we can definitely post that later. But there's it looks like the American flag in the grandstands, which is really, really neat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool. They also have plenty of hookups and water on the right side of the racetrack. On the left side of the racetrack is where typically your spectators would come. So left side doesn't really have any hookups and whatnot. But the grounds themselves, everything's nice and flat. They got nice little roads that you can drive around and see everything. It's out in the middle of nowhere, so there's really no curfew. The food, by the way, was really good, except for Saturday. Unfortunately, they had a little bit of a mishap.
Oh,
yeah. So we were running, and all of a sudden, all of the officials, if you will, start heading up towards the main concession stand. They have two, and they had a grease fire. So we was all like ready to eat these hot dogs and hamburgers and pork that they make. It's fantastic. And then they had a grease fire. So they got it put out. Everything was cool. But yeah, we was all kind of bummed because they got some really, really good food there. And the grandstands are really cool too because it's flat on the top and they've got couches. They've got TV screens.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you go up to the top, and it's flat. Like there's a regular set of bleachers, and then the top is flat, and it's wide open. If I was to guess, 30 feet wide by, I don't know, 100 feet long or something, I'm guessing.
Wow.
And it's flat, and there's chairs, there's TVs, there's couches. Of course, it's considered the VIP, but really, really slick.
That's cool.
The setup it's really, really nice. I mean, I don't care if you're dirt drag racing or if you're flat, blacktop, it's worth going to. Drag strip on the dirt. Sand, let's say that. It's more sand than it is dirt, but there's definitely dirt mixed in.
Okay.
And once it gets the moisture in it and gets water, it hooks really good. Really good.
I've seen the videos you posted. The track looked like it looked good. The track looked good.
Oh, it's flat. It's plenty of shutdown. The width of the track is very nice. So that way you can run, I mean, with some of the guys that were there, they tend to do the track more often. I mean, due to the horsepower these guys are running. But like, some guys that are running maybe, 420s and below, maybe to a, 350 or so, you could run. It's wide enough that you can run probably 4 passes, and give everybody a spot to get in without any issue before you do the track. It's level all the way across. I mean, it's done right. It's
wide lanes can be good and scary at the same time.
I'm sorry.
Wide lanes can be good and scary at the same time.
Yeah, because the wider they are, and you get a guy that goes down there and gets in trouble, he's not going to lift, and crazy shit happens. But yeah, I understand that. You are correct on that. But really nice guardrails all the way down. Guardrail in the center as we normally see. The tree placement is really good, which is something that we haven't talked about yet. But sometimes some of these dirt tracks you go to, the tree can be a little bit closer to you. You know what I mean? And if you're in a vehicle and you kind of got to dip down a little bit, this one's not like that. It's in a really good spot, in my opinion. Between the guardrail, from the guardrail out is a fence, and I'm guessing 15 feet on each side. So you're maybe 20. So it's probably 20. So the track, the guardrail, about 20 feet, a fence. And then that's where your spectators can back up and, sit on their tailgate and whatnot and hang out and watch the races. So it makes it really nice where not so much for the truck guys, of course, but four-wheelers and things like that, you got your guy that's going to pull you back. So he can sit between there, and then as soon as they're done, he can go down, pick them up, bring them right back. And that's not the return lane, but it's a spot where the guy that's going to pull him back can get down there quick and get back up. Life squad on deck the whole time, which was very nice to see. Fire extinguishers. I'm really impressed with the track and with MRA because I've been told their safety is pretty strict, and it is, and it's good. I mean, there was fire extinguishers everywhere, and it wasn't just regular fire. They had like water. If something happens, you can just regular water or whatnot. I mean, it was really nice. So
they're
yeah,
definitely
track
on it with the
wise,
safety stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying they're really on it with the safety stuff.
they are, and North Florida Motorplex is the same way. Like they were on the same page, if you will, by making sure that one, spectators are safe, the racers are safe, the crews are safe, and got an area to go down and pick them up and bring them back. If there was something I noticed, there was a side by side that had fire extinguishers in the back. A guy sat on that thing all the time. When there was someone coming up, he never got off of that side by side. Actually, at times there was two. If a vehicle went down, and we had an instance where we had one guy broke a transmission. Actually didn't broke it. The bolt come out of the flywheel and it actually locked in. It was fine, but they had to pull him off the track. He ended up racing later that day. We had a nitrous backfire. A couple guys went down and had some electrical
don't be
issues.
talking about nitrous backfires now.
Yeah. It was quick. It was a real quick, and it's on the video that I posted.
I saw that.
The guy, it just popped and he went on. He was fine. It never hurt a thing. But anyways, what I liked about it was that guy on that side by side. Anytime something would happen, he was right there, ready to go. I mean, instantly, he was right there. Like, you guys good. You know what I mean? I was impressed. They did a really, really stand up job. I was very impressed with it. I learned a lot just for simply my series and what maybe that I can bring what I've seen there to other tracks and say, hey man, this is something we need to look at because they really did a great job. But yeah, track wise, awesome. What's the dog's name, Billy? See the dog in the background?
It's Buster.
Bye. What's his name?
Buster. Come here, baby.
Buster.
Come here, baby.
Now look at that. We're going to have 1 million views now just because of Buster.
Maybe. I don't know. It'd be the wrong dog to get 1 million views. But here, you want to say something, Buster, about MRA? Okay.
So, anyways, I got to meet. I got to meet Justin, the guy that runs the track. Basically, I got to meet some of the other guys that was there. Obviously, Jamie and the guys from MRA. A lot of them guys I'd never met. A few of them I had at other races, but them boys put on a show. Billy, I mean, it's something to watch. I mean, it's definitely a cool event.
I'm jealous because you got to actually see him run 200 foot. I saw him run 180 foot, which is still badass, but I think 200 foot's just like a little more badass, 20 feet more badass to be exact.
It is, and I don't want to say any names, okay, but there was quite a few that had talked to me, and I believe it was a little bit, it all come about with Isaac going and you going and whatnot. Now, I went. There's a few they're really, really considering 300 foot. Obviously, with what they're doing, it would definitely have to be a track that's got plenty of shutdown and safety and all that.
Well, if you're looking for a track with plenty of shutdown, Thunder Valley Sand Drags, Green Valley, Missouri.
Yeah.
September 27th, 28th.
Yep, and that's right. And there's North Florida Motorplex. I mean, it's there, so it can be done for sure, without a doubt. So we'll see. Maybe we can talk these guys into doing some 300 foot.
Yeah, and probably a conversation that later to be had, or may already had it, but still trying to see some 300 guys go try some 200 foot stuff. But the rules are a little more specific in some areas with the 200 foot stuff versus the 300 foot stuff. But just integration of the sport. I'd like to see people try either or. Would be great. Would be cool to see. But on this race, Saturday's classes, they had issues with the timing system, and Saturday's classes, except for one, I believe, ended up getting canceled due to timing system just issues. and troubles. Dave, what do you know what was kind of going on with the timing system? I know we were kind of talking before we started recording here, but what did you see? What did you gather?
Well, I can tell you that the timing system itself is, it's up to date. It's whatever, it's the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The issue they were having, I was able to take my side by side down a few times and had a blast. We had the regular trucks, I shouldn't say regular, but your pro stock and things like that go down with no issues. No issues. The problem they run into is when the big boys would come up with either the exhaust pointing, down towards the ground, the blower motors, especially when they get on the two-step on the blower motors, that's when they had problems. And from what I gathered by talking to a couple of them, the concern is the sensors are mounted on a concrete pad and there's no cushion under the sensor. So the concern or the possibility is that, a lower or I don't know how to say this. I don't want to say anything bad here. A slower vehicle, whatever, something that doesn't have 4,000 horsepower. Let's put it that way, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I mean. The big boys, if you will, when they get up there, the vibration is so much that it's going through the ground, hitting and hitting the concrete, and then hitting the sensors, and it's just moving them all over. And so the idea is maybe putting a cushion, from what I understand, to keep that from happening. Obviously, it was too late to try and do that weekend. They made do though. They made it work. Them guys, they busted butt. They did not give up. They stayed on it. They tried different things. They actually had someone come out and look at the timing system and check everything, and everything was good. But I do believe that they are really considering something with the sensors when it comes to the bigger, faster, more horsepower vehicles. But yeah, I mean, it happens everywhere. It happens at every track. It's just part of it. And I'll tell you something with that. The spectators, man, they hung right in there. Then there was quite a few. I didn't get a count. I don't know what the count was, but I can tell you from the starting line past the 300 or past, down to the 300-foot marker, on the left side was full of people. On the right side, it went down to 200 feet. When you get to 200 feet, this is another thing I really like about this track. There's a fenced in area, and that's where the ambulance sits, and you cannot get in there. That's where he sits.
Wow.
And I thought that was really cool because
that's pretty legit.
There's other tracks that we see that the ambulance might be in an area. If something happens, they got to zigzag around and get around people or whatever. The track makes sure that ambulance is sitting in a correct spot. Yeah, again, you asked about the track. I'm impressed, man. Really impressed. I can't wait to go back. I'd love to go back there. The track. So
yeah, sorry about that. The track sounds like it was really awesome. Sounds like potential for future 300-foot event, maybe, from the sounds of it.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I talked to Justin there, and we had a conversation Saturday morning. Very possible that we are going to be able to bring SPRS down there next year.
That would be awesome.
And
Speeders heading down to Florida.
With the four-wheelers that are down there and the trucks that are down there, I'm hoping it will work out, because especially if we can do it towards the end of the year, where the guys up north where it's snowing and shit, we can bring them down here and get them out. You know what I mean? And do
as
that.
long as they get out of the snow, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But for the MRA stuff, unfortunately they couldn't get Saturday done. Hopefully, what you said, putting the cushion or the foam underneath there, hopefully that'll help out. And that whenever they go back and do another event at this track, that nothing like that happens. But I'm confident that they'll get it figured out for next year.
There's no doubt.
Let's get into these results though, out of the classes they did run. So they had. We'll start with what they posted on their Facebook page. The Outlaw Pro Stock class. Once again, every class in the MRA at this race was 2 rounds, and whoever had the best ET out of 2 rounds was the winner, except for the open cuts class. It was the combined reaction time, and well, I think it was that class. Hold on, I might bite my tongue here a second. Maybe it wasn't open. Did I say open cuts?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of new to the MRA, so I was trying to learn how they do their classes. And it is a little bit different. But we started here with the Outlaw Pro Stock, is what we're looking at.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, there was some guys, man, running some. Whew, them guys are mean. We'll get into the engines in a minute once we're done with this, but yeah, I'm not sure, Billy, on that.
So Outlaw Pro Stock, your first place winner, and I'm only going to go through the top 3. First place winner was Randy George. Randy George was driving the Bad Medicine Jeep. Will Harrison, in that it's pretty much famous at this point. Razor's Edge blown Hemi truck gets second. Randy George winning time of 2:51 with a 9. Will Harrison's second place pass, his time was a 2:53 with a 1. And then Chris Bonneker takes third with a 2:53 with a 9. Chris Bonneker driving the Havoc truck. And then your best combined ET for that added money was Chris Bonneker. And then your best reaction time went to Will Harrison.
Now let's back up a minute, Billy.
Sure.
Think about what you just said there, which is really impressive if you look at this. Randy George, 2.519. Will Harrison, 2.531. Third place, 2.539. You want to talk about some tight ETs, man. These guys got it going on. Like these boys are rolling. That's impressive.
They really are. 250s and 200 foot. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, we don't have Damien on here. He may tell us what that kind of translates to 300 foot, but I mean, that's booking it. And shout out to Randy George for getting the win. I know George Farms works hard for that. And shout out to George Farms, matter of fact, for sponsoring the content from this race.
Yep.
Moving on to modified paddles. First place. I'm going to mess up his last name. Richard Dunavant. Dunavant, sorry. You see?
Richard has the yellow Jeep with the small block AMC 401-ish cubic inch engine. AMC. It is wicked. And, of course, he's dumping the old nitrous to it, but that is one super, super nice Jeep. And he's out of Halifax, Virginia there. And then we go down to second place. Billy, is that Kevin?
That's Keith Mitchell.
Keith Mitchell. Yes, I see that now.
Keith Mitchell runs a 2:24 with an 8 to take second place. And then I'll go ahead and list the fourth place on here as well. Jason Massey taking third with a 2:33 with a 1. Justin George taking fourth with a 2:33 with a 2. That is insane.
Yeah, look at that. 222 or 221 with a 3. And then the last guy, 233. I mean, man, these guys, they're really close. And that just goes to show how MRA does their classes, their weight classes, to keep everybody as, a good, solid, competitive race. I think they do a great job by keeping. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And Billy, go ahead and go with the combined ET over there. Which, do you see that there, combined ET? Which ended up being Keith Mitchell with a 454 And then we got reaction time was Justin George with a 6:3:20.
6:32 light got him the best light.
Yeah,
That's
I guess
insane.
that's see. I'm not sure how they do that.
Well, even if 400 is a per, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Combined, I forgot to mention this. Chris Bonneker's combined ET time was a 5:12 with the 1. Will Harrison's reaction time to win best reaction time for Outlaw Pro Stock was 6:05. So yeah.
Oh yes, correct.
So yeah, shout out to those guys in Modified Paddles and Pro Stock Outlaw. We're gonna move on to Pro Stock. This is usually your single elimination class, but I guess due to the timing system failures that they decide to run with this instead. So just the 2 rounds, and whoever has the quickest ET is your winner. So first place, our boy Rick George getting it done. I'm sure he's driving the smoking gun truck, maybe. No,
I believe he
oh,
was.
he was not. He was driving Saturday Night Special. I don't even know what that is, but cool. Randy George getting second, 640, or excuse me, 264 with a 3. Sam Lambazio gets third with a 267 with a 5. And Todd Hackney gets fourth with a 272 with a 2. And that class is pretty tight. From first and fourth was separated by a 10th.
Yeah, it's impressive to watch.
First and third was separated by half a 10th. That's insane.
Yep. Yeah, I think the one that you said you're not sure of, I think that's that white Ford pickup coupe looking thing. It is really cool.
Yeah. You see some interesting vehicles at MRA races for sure. Some old school looking badass trucks with just monster engines.
Yes.
Let's go on to, we'll do modified cuts. Modified cuts. So they ran 2 cuts classes, it looks like. No, they ran 2 modified classes. That's what I meant to say. Modified cuts, and they ran modified paddles. So modified cuts, your first place winner was Keith Mitchell, running a 234 with a 6. Second place was Rick George. Rick runs a 242 with a 7. And Jason Zaya runs a 243 with a 6 to get third place. That's pretty cool. I know Keith Mitchell kind of we talked to him before. I can't remember if Racing in the Dirt built his car or not, but I know Rick George had a maybe. Hold on, I gotta make sure this is the right truck. Okay, yeah, it was Smoking Gun. So yeah, Rick George and Jason Zaya both driving Racing in the Dirt built machines. That was really cool to see that. Well, I didn't see it, but Dave did.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We'll finish up, and I'm going to get into the trucks there. Go ahead.
Okay, and then we're going to go into our open paddles, which is these are your big dogs, your screw blown Hemis, battling it out. And shout out to Harrison Racing. Kevin Harrison getting it done, runs a 201 with a 0 and 200 foot. That's so freaking fast. So fast. Oh my God. Jim Ingram from Texas runs a 202 with a 4, and then Billy Fling runs a 208 with a 5. And these guys duking it out, running some killer numbers. That's insane.
And the Kevin Harris's truck, man, that thing just sounds. Him and the Patriot, they got like a similar sound. Patriot 2, you just hear that blower screaming. I don't know what RPM them boys are hitting, but good Lord.
I just noticed that Will Harrison actually ran the class 2. He ran 229 in that, and that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy in that truck. Another thing that I actually noticed, they took the rear fenders off and they took like the bed off and they put paddles on it. That was cool. I saw a video of that. That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were your results from the North Florida Motorplex Mud Racers Association's race. And yeah, Dave, you had something to say about these trucks, because you did see a bunch of really cool ones.
Yeah, so I come from the blacktop with blower motors and nitro engines, and honestly, in the dirt, this is the first time that I've been to an event that had other than seeing a couple over at little Silverback. Now, don't get me wrong, but not a full field, not a whole bunch of them together. Because we got Doug Van Ladd up there and them guys, that's got some bad boys up at Silverback. But I'm telling you what, these guys, when they leave the line, it sounds like they're on the blacktop. You can hear that clutch pulling that motor down. It's impressive. And what's really cool is when I was in the blower motor stuff with my dad, it was kind of old school. I mean, we're talking late 90s, early 2000. So all this new high tech, we didn't have two-step back then on a blower motor. You know what I mean? It was
Right.
You hold the throttle down, you let her go, and and then I'm looking at all the electronics and the EGT sensors and this and that, and I'm like, holy cow, man! The technology has just went so far advanced. It's crazy. I don't know, but the other thing that I would like to say is the racers. Those guys, and Billy, I can't see where you can't agree on this. You hungry? You want something to drink?
Yeah.
You need a ride over here? Hey, we're going over. We're going to the store. Do you need something? If you want, you can sleep in the trailer or whatever. I mean, the hospitality there from all them racers was superb. I mean, literally. I mean, these guys, T-shirts, whatever. I mean, they just, man, I can't say enough about those racers. All of them. They were awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, probably next to none. Some of the best hospitality you ever see is probably at an MRA race. And they took care of me in Nebraska, and they took care of Dave in Florida, it looks like. So, and we'll hope that they take care of me and Cody as we head down to Gore Springs, Mississippi, and well, not this weekend, but next weekend's MRA's fourth race of the year will be at DT's Dirt Drags down in Gore Springs, Mississippi, August 16th and 17th. $250 per class for fastest combined ET and reaction time for pro stock and open paddles at this race. Friday night local time trials start at 5 p.m. with local racing to follow at 6 p.m. MRA racing starts at 8 p.m. Saturday night local time trials start at 4:30 p.m. with local racing to follow at 5:30 p.m. MRA racing starts at 7:30 p.m. So me and Cody will be at this race to bring you guys all the updates and action from this one, and look forward to it because it's really going to be a great time. Dave, I wish you were going, but as I know, you are going to be getting ready for the Speeders upcoming race at Greens Raceway in Virginia. So we will talk about that as well on the next episode. But this was the recap of the Mud Racers Association race in North Florida Motorplex at Panama City, Florida.
Hey everyone, this week's podcast sponsored by Racing in the Dirt. Located in Cleveland, Wisconsin, Racing in the Dirt is ready to put their over 30 years worth of off-road experience to work for you. From turnkey builds to rolling chassis to an awesome selection of parts, the Racing in the Dirt staff has got you covered. Brake kits, aluminum hub kits, enclosed chain drives and kits, drive shaft loops, and even DIY wheelie bar kits, all available. So let Scott, Shane, and the crew at Racing in the Dirt get you the competitive edge you need. Give them a call at area code 920-693-2000. That's area code 920-693-2000. Or find them on Facebook or even racinginthedirt.com. That's racinginthedirt.com and the UPS Daily.
Hey folks, this is an ad read for Silverback Off-Road and the Rentals. Silver Lake's most convenient rental company. Rentals are available from April 1st to October 31st. At Silverback Off-Road, you'll find experts that can help you find the latest products and performance upgrades to help you transform your Jeep, truck, or side-by-side into your ideal reflection. Their off-road rental shop is conveniently located in Mears, Michigan at 1920 North 24th Avenue, directly across the street from the 2,000-acre Silver Lake Sand Dunes, which is Michigan's #1 off-road destination. Also, Silverback Off-Road Rentals, they offer ATV rentals, side-by-side rentals, Jeep rentals, RV rentals, and more. This is the only drivable sand dune east of the Mississippi River. For more information, you can visit their website at silverbackoffroad.com, or you can give them a call at 231-923-2455, extension 1. Again, that's 231-923-2455, extension 1. And once again, you can find them at their website, silverbackoffroad.com, and also find them on social media at Silverback Off-Road. Silverback's RV rentals can be found at silverbackrvrental.com. You can also contact them at sales@silverbackrvrental.com. You can also call them for the RV rentals at 616-730-8787. Again, that's 616-730-8787. silverbackrvrental.com.
Hey, John and I here. We are talking with Justin Libby about the upcoming race at New England Sand Drags, the NEO RVCA. And Justin, what do you guys got coming up this weekend?
So we're running a 2-day event. We're running Saturday. We're going to do some test and tune in the morning, and then do a gamblers or animal race single elimination in the afternoon. $20 to get in on that, and I think you can buy back. I think we're going to do 2 rounds back. We can buy back, and $10 to get back in. 1 buyback and 100% payout, and then right on to the points race on Sunday.
Well, cool.
We're going to be doing a one of our racing family members is battling cancer, so we're going to be doing a fundraiser, a silent auction, some raffles, and all kinds of stuff going on for them. Try and help ease the load on them, and hopefully get some money raised.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
Looks like her name is Christina, and
Yeah.
they're gonna help her out with her. I don't even know how to say this. I'm not gonna say it. Anything you donate will help. 100% of the funds will be donated to assist her with chemotherapy treatments. A 50/50 raffle, silent auction, donation jar, and that is this coming weekend at New England Sand Drags at the, how you say that?
Ossipee Valley
Sand Fairgrounds. There you go.
Yeah. They're a great family. They're from New York. Kevin Jacobs and his father. They've been racing with us for as long as I can remember. And Kevin loved it up here so much, he actually moved up here a couple of years ago, and he races with us every race. And he's a good racer, and they're a great bunch of people. They help out a lot, and so we want to try and help them out.
Well, yeah, I totally agree with that. John, you got any questions?
Well, that's really cool that they're doing that to help her out. First off, that's really cool. Explain the animal race a little bit.
So it's pretty much we make typically about 3 passes in the morning. We bracket race, so we make 3 passes in the morning, and then take a lunch break, and then come back in the afternoon. And so the fun part about it is we take the modified trucks, street trucks, and then the top class cars, and we jumble them all together. And then the ATV class and the top ATV bikes, jumble them all together. So there's only 2 classes, and then we run them out, and it's a fun show to watch. It goes either way. You got 10-second bikes racing, 3.9 bikes, and same thing in the street. You got 9-second street trucks running 3.9 cars, so it's a lot of fun.
So it's basically anything goes, but you have it separated, ATVs on one side and cars on the other.
Yeah, that's the only two classes, ATVs and
Perfect.
cars. That's it. And
Do you ever
it's
run cars and ATVs together?
no, we never do, only because our track isn't very wide and it's more of a
Okay.
safety thing. More of
Sure.
a safety thing. I mean, I'd hate to see a top class car running 3.9 fighting for the shutdown with a 10-second ATV. But anyways,
Right.
yeah, it's more of a safety thing. But we keep it the big cars all one class, and then the ATVs another class.
Yeah.
Let's
Cool.
switch over to the points real quick here. Start with the Pee-wees. Looks like
Yeah,
Parker
we
Nugent
got
has somebody to battle with now.
Yeah, he finally does. He's fighting.
He's fighting against Hudson 48.
Yeah, for you.
And then going to the juniors class here, looks like Logan Perrin.
Yeah, Logan Perrin. He's in first right now with 62 points.
He's won
And then
4 straight.
yeah. No, he's 2 straight.
Okay. Well, he's battling with Katrina Clark Phillips
Yeah,
and Lenny Cushing, and looks like Lincoln Ritchie may still have a
yeah,
chance.
yeah. It's pretty tight that second through third, actually all the way back to sixth place. They're all right there.
In your ATV trail class, it looks like you have Onisha still up
Yeah, you got
front.
it this time. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Onisha, yeah. Onisha Richards, she's out in front this time, and looks like she's doing really well. She's got just a small lead over Caitlin Taylor, and it looks like Owen Taylor.
Yeah,
They related?
they're brother and sister. Yeah.
Brother and sister. Well, look at sister showing brother what's up. And then right. My dog started singing. Sorry, stop. My dog started singing. Sorry about that. I didn't want to
That's
sit out my
fine.
garage. My garage is hot. I didn't want to sit out there.
Hey,
Yeah,
better than
anyway.
you singing.
So yeah, anyway, Caitlin showing Owen what's up. And then behind Owen Taylor is Ryan Howe. And it
Yeah.
looks like they still got Megan Abbott maybe still be in contention too. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
our
She's a
our girl
competitor.
Anisha leading the way there.
Yeah, she's
Um
doing good.
in the ATV top. Hey, real quick, remind us the difference between ATV trail and ATV top real quick.
Uh okay. I don't want to mess this up. So we're at ATV trail is just a time cutoff. I believe it's 5-7. And we have a little bit of a gap there. I think it goes 5-7 to 5-5. And you got a little bit of gap. You can kind of decide on what class you want to run, and it's just time. That's all it is. There's no stipulation on tires or anything like that.
So what's the break for ATV trail?
5-7.
So 570 and slower.
Slower. Yeah,
And then ATV top is 569 and faster.
exactly.
Okay. Well, then leading the way in ATV top is Ethan Abbott with
Yeah,
65 points, and Woody Warmwood is just 10 points behind him.
yeah.
What can you tell us about Ethan?
So Ethan's he's got a I'm not exactly sure what the bike is, but he's got a beautiful bike and he runs 3.9s very consistently. He's doing very well this year. He's right on it. He's had troubles with the bike a lot in the past, but it's running really strong right this season, and he's doing really good.
Yeah, I see that boy Aiden Libby's finally climbing up that list a little more.
He's gonna
He's a little
mess that up this weekend. He's changed his bike around.
Did he? Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he took the paddles off, and he's gonna try some 18 scoops and offset scoops and try them out and see if he can get a little more out of the hole out of it.
yeah. Well, good luck to him with that. That is definitely a task for sure. But hopefully he can make his way up. As I said, Ethan Abbott first, Woody Warmwood in second, Alex O'Connor in third, Alex Mitchell in fourth, and then you still got a few people behind, and then Aiden's tied for sixth. Just ahead, he's tied
Yeah.
with Brett DeLong, and then Curtis Harriman's rounding out fifth place right there. And then all those guys, I think. I mean, how many races you guys got? You still got a lot of races actually. We'll get to that.
We got four
Four
more
more.
races, but I mean it with the points the way they work, it's anybody's game. It
Yeah.
really is.
Well
You can come
then,
away with 12 points in a race, and so you can
yeah,
jump up.
that's true. If I was, can you call each other out? Because I'd be calling out the guy who's in first in points every time to see if I can get him out as soon as possible.
And then we try to, so we do this thing. It used to be a line up in the morning against who you wanted to compete with. And so that way you could have a pretty good shot, depending on buy runs and all that stuff. But you'd have a pretty good shot if you were in the front or the back. You'd be able to compete with them. And we started doing this thing now, and I love it. It mixes up the class, but we pull cards. So we got two lanes. When you're looking down, you got two lanes that are all staged, and we pull just regular cards. And a red card goes to the right lane, a black card goes to the left lane. So you never know who you're racing on the first round. So it's pretty fun. It jumbles up the class a little bit, so it breaks out from that people trying to race to line up in the morning and all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's different. Let's move on to street points here. Looks like Rob Sears just been on a tear lately.
Yeah, he
Just
is.
like
He's
John.
killing
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he's killing it.
Tell us about Rob. What does he got? What is he doing different than everybody else? He's got a 16-point lead over Lenny Cushing and Scott Anthony, who are both tied for second.
So he's got a fast truck that he's running 4.8s, dial in, and 5.0. He's just good at sandbagging. Pretty much.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's all right. I mean,
hey, that's bracket racing.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so he runs it. He runs in the other class too. He runs in the top class. And real quick, the difference between street and top, what is that? It's the street class and top class. What's the difference?
So the only stipulation we have on far as vehicle itself is there's no scoops or tranny brakes in the street/modified class. And then they have a cutoff time of 4.9. So they can't dial in. They can run faster, but they can't dial in faster than 4.9.
Wow.
And then our top class is pretty much whatever you build and bring, you can run.
Okay. Well, hey, that sounds exciting. And right now, these top class points look exciting. It's a goddamn war, is what it is. It's freaking.
It is. It's super tight. I love this time of the year that we get the 4 races left, and those points, they're gonna bounce around every single race.
Mike Ritchie leading the way with 54 points. Mark Jones in second place with 53. Brian Ritchie in third place with 52, tied with Mike Abbott in third place at 52.
Yeah.
And then Lenny Cushing behind him with 48. And then you still got, I'm going to mess this up, Mo Ouellette. Oh, I was close. All right. Mo Ouellette with 37, and then John Rampros at 33. And then, man, that's super close right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that top class is a very tough class. And it goes to show you, that we get a lot of guys that complain about our top class with we don't really have it's run what you brung, and you got you got some guys that are foot braking it, and some guys with delay boxes, and so there's all
Whoa.
kinds of stuff
Delay
going
You
on.
guys
boxes.
allow delay boxes there?
Delay
Oh yeah,
boxes? Oh,
oh
that's
yeah.
it's a goddamn war out there. That's
Dang.
We got alcohol, we got nitrous, we got whatever you want in that class. It's pretty
Oh, we
much
don't
the
care
same.
about the alcohol and nitrous part, but that delay box
That
part,
delay box is
that's
epic,
fucking
man.
crazy.
So last year, Molette won it. Last year, I actually got second on him, but he's 70. I think, babe, how old's Mo? He's 77, around there. 76 maybe. I don't know. I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but anyhow, he's a foot brake guy.
Hell yeah.
He's got a beautiful car,
Yeah.
and he did everything with just stomping the pedal at the line.
Who's running delay boxes?
My father-in-law, Mark Jones, in second place.
Nah, he throws him right out under the bus. Oh, they're one of your inheritance.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I mean, you can tell by the points. If I really looked at it, we got I think there's 2 foot brake guys in the top, 7, 8, and then there's 2 box guys. It's all over the place.
That's cool.
There's a lot of guys. Most of us run the tranny brakes just for getting the jump off the line, but for the most part, it's super competitive.
Dude, the delay box part just kills me.
I know, right?
Yeah, y'all, freaking John they almost killed each other over delay boxes up there, or whatever the incident was. I don't know. I probably went excessive with that, but
yeah, nobody almost died in the making of the scene.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No big deal. But yeah, nonetheless,
this is proof right here. I mean, you got just jumbled right up.
Mike Ritchie, does he run a delay box?
No.
What about Mark Jones?
He's old school. Oh yeah, he's got a delay box.
Oh, Mark Jones got a delay box.
Brian doesn't have one.
Okay.
Mike Abbott doesn't have one. Lenny Cushion doesn't have one. Molette is a foot guy.
Ooh, the foot guy. Okay. Well, that sounds weird to say, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, these top class points are very competitive, and I'm excited to see how these results turn out at the end of the weekend. So Justin, I hope you guys have a great race, and I hope the benefit goes well. The 50/50 raffle goes well for Miss Christina. We wish her the absolute best as she goes through chemotherapy, and we're looking forward to these results, Justin, and good luck and have fun, and I hope you guys have a great race.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
Hey everyone, this week's podcast sponsored by Racing in the Dirt. Located in Cleveland, Wisconsin, Racing in the Dirt is ready to put their over 30 years worth of off-road experience to work for you. From turnkey builds to rolling chassis to an awesome selection of parts, the Racing in the Dirt staff has got you covered. Brake kits, aluminum hub kits, enclosed chain drives and kits, dry shaft loops, and even DIY wheelie bar kits, all available. So let Scott, Shane, and the crew at Racing in the Dirt get you the competitive edge you need. Give them a call at area code 920-693-2000. That's area code 920-693-2000. Or find them on Facebook or even racinginthedirt.com. That's racinginthedirt.com. And the UPS Daily.
Hey folks, this is an ad read for Silverback Off-Road and the rentals. Silver Lake's most convenient rental company. Rentals are available from April 1st to October 31st. At Silverback Off-Road, you'll find experts that can help you find the latest products and performance upgrades to help you transform your Jeep, truck, or side-by-side into your ideal reflection. Their off-road rental shop is conveniently located in Mears, Michigan at 1920 North 24th Avenue, directly across the street from the 2,000-acre Silver Lake Sand Dunes, which is Michigan's #1 off-road destination. Also, Silverback Off-Road Rentals, they offer ATV rentals, side-by-side rentals, Jeep rentals, RV rentals, and more. This is the only drivable sand dune east of the Mississippi River. For more information, you can visit their website at silverbackoffroad.com, or you can give them a call at 231-923-2455, extension 1. Again, that's 231-923-2455, extension 1. And once again, you can find them at their website, silverbackoffroad.com, and also find them on social media at Silverback Offroad. Silverback's RV rentals can be found at silverbackrvrental.com. You can also contact them at sales@silverbackrvrental.com. You can also call them for the RV rentals at 616-730-8787. Again, that's 616-730-8787. silverbackrvrental.com.
All right, we're back. Me and John back. We are talking with Derek Howard once again from Atoka Motorsports Park. Probably our second most reoccurring guest behind Brad Christofferson. But that's awesome though. Derek, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time. So this weekend, Atoka Motorsports Park in Atoka, Oklahoma, they have another points race coming out this weekend. And Derek, what do you guys got coming up? Tell us about it.
Friday night from 6 to 10 will be our test and tune for anybody that needs to test or practice, whatever. $20 entry fee, test and tune Friday night. Saturday, we hope to start with the Pee-wees between 9:30 and 10. They'll do their time trials and eliminations, and then we start in the trophy. No points this time in trophy, and then move on to the money, where that's where you get your points.
Points always come from the money class.
Yes.
Always do. And then you start with where's you guys' points at? On the website?
Yes.
Okay. Cut.
You guys just race once a month, Derek?
Yes.
Okay.
Second Saturday of every month, March through November. May, we do have the Heartland Nationals Memorial Weekend.
Nice. Okay.
Except for June. We've been taking June off the last few years due to the Heartland being two races in May, and then the Heartland, and then we were doing the Mid-America Series, and June turned out
a little hectic.
So we started taking June off.
Yeah, 2 races in May. Taking that break in June definitely helps you guys out a little bit. And then so yeah, okay, back to these points now, because now I got them on my screen here. Points always come from the money round, and juniors, Pro 3 quads, Pro 2 quads, Pro 2 cars, Pro 1 quads, and Pro 1 cars all race a trophy and money class, just like Derek has said, except for the Pee-wees. They just run the usual one-time trophy race. But let's go over these points, and Derek, wherever you want to start, we'll start there.
Let's start with Pee-wees.
Okay.
And that's a 3-way tie battle for first.
It sure is.
You got Blake Hall with 85, Dalton Thomas with 85, and Swayze Stevens with 85. And then fourth is Grant Rainey and Charlie Holstein's down there at fifth at 55. So all the way to fifth is still got a chance at the championship. Blake, fairly newcomer, started last year with us. Dalton finished second last year. They're with Team 34 that Baker bunched down from bottom. And then Swayze, a former champion, I think she won it in 2022.
Yeah.
And she's with Zerline Racing Team, and they're from Atoka.
Cool. Let's go on to these juniors here. And once again, points come from the money round. And Cation Scholl looks like he got a pretty good lead, Derek.
Cation got a pretty good lead in driving that Jeep Wrangler. I know you've seen it.
Yeah, that's the Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, I always have to get reminded, but I do like Always. Oh, I do like seeing the Jeep go rounds.
Yes. Yeah, Casey with the 105. Bodie Smith Tart, first year in the junior class, moved up from Pee Wee's last year. Bodie's not done too bad competing with these kind of older kids. He's still one of the younger ones. He got a couple finals. He actually won in July to get him that win. 85, 20 points back. Still doable. And then Carly Frazier, newcomer, and sits third with 80 points. Emily Matthews made a liar out of me. Showed up in the July double points race. Sits fourth in points, and Gavin Owens, also a newcomer, is fifth.
Oh, anybody? I mean, I know he's got a 20-point lead, but I mean, anybody, can anybody win this still in these top five here?
Only midway through, I think, right?
I don't know. I can't remember how many
A little
races.
over.
We got 3 races left. I would say the top 3 for sure. Emily being 30 points. It's doable, but she's got some work to do. She'll probably need at least a win or 2.
Yeah, she has to go on a clinic.
Yep.
Moving on to Pro 3 quads, and if you can remind us the rules of each class real quick before we go into the points about it, because people will need a reminder. Pro 3 quads.
Pro 3 quads is 6 flat and slower, quad only, no side by sides.
No side by sides.
And then as far as juniors, going back to them, 15 and younger.
Juniors 15 and younger. Thank you for that. Yep.
Pro 3 quads, Alexa Cowick, Lexi, as we call her, she was setting third, headed into the double points race, grabbed 2 big wins, moved up all the way to first. Gage Furhelm is second with 95, and Anita Zerlin is third with 85. Then he got a little bit of a gap. Madison Rainey, 55, and Laura Furhelm is fifth with 45. Okay. Lexi with 20-point lead. Got 3 wins in a row for as far as points races, so momentum is on her side at the moment. And if you haven't followed Lexi's story, she's kind of got an interesting story. She started coming with a friend, Gary and Jessica Powell's daughter, McKenna, and never really knew much about racing. Started hanging out with McKenna and asked her mom and dad if she could do it. And they got her a quad, and Gary and Jessica's helped her out, got her to the racetrack, and won a championship in 2022, and could be on her way to her second championship.
Yeah, she hadn't looked back, huh? Well, that's a really cool story. Well, shout out to Lexi, and we like to see interesting and awesome stories like that, especially in the small beloved sport that we all love and race in. Pro 2 quads here. What's the time break for that? It's just ATVs, no side-by-sides.
Correct.
And
that is 5 flat to 599.
5-0 to 599. Okay.
Yep.
And who we got for points here? What's going on there?
You got the 2 youngsters on top, both tied for first. That's Axel Smithhart and Jace Cassins, both with 80 points. Then you got the old veteran Roy Cooper right there behind them with 5 points behind, 75 points total. And then another youngster, Cameron Tate, with 70. And then Stephanie Smithhart also with 70.
Well, it's a dogfight.
Yes. So it's going to get very interesting because I heard Axel is not going to make the September race. So he needs to do good at August and October for sure. So that 0 in September,
that'll hurt.
He probably needs a rain out.
What would you say? What would you say about right now? I'm sorry.
Axel probably hopes we get rained out in September.
I bet he does.
Well, yeah. Your top 5 is basically a top 3, and
yes,
that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out this coming weekend. And then we're gonna move on to Pro 2 cars. What do you guys got?
Pro 2 cars is Audra Matthews, once again, is the leader, looking for her third consecutive championship, be fourth overall if you count the Mid America Championship she has. She actually has the largest lead out of any class with 25 headed into this weekend's race. Luke Heisey is second with 105, 25 back. And then Jessica Powell is 90 points in third. William Rainey, or we call him Shag, is fourth with 85.
You call him what?
They call him Shag.
Shag?
Yes.
William Rainey is known as Shag. Okay. And he drives that dragster with no body on it, right?
Yes, Randy's dragster, and he drives that S10 truck and Pro 2 car.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Okay.
Right now, the second, third, fourth people need Otter to lose first round if they want any shot at the championship.
Yeah, they're gonna do some work. Even with Audrey losing, they're gonna do a little bit of work there.
Yes.
Pro 1 quads now. Now this used to belong to Bryce Williams for a little bit, but now it looks like people are fighting back here. What's going on, Derek?
Yeah, Bryce has had some little issues, not being real consistent the last few races. He texted me yesterday. He's working on stuff, trying to get find the consistency back. Bryce Williams still leads with 95. Dylan Civils got a win at the July race. He's closed it to 15-point lead, but then right behind him, they're all just right there. Greg White also got a win in July. He's also got 80, and Randy Kimbley also with 80.
Ooh, Randy Kimbley storming up there. And as they get closer to the season, that gets Bryce. Oh, Bryce, I hope you're not getting nervous, dude, but I understand if you do because I mean Dylan's a hitter. I know I just met Greg at the Heartland race, but I seen he's improving and doing well. He's probably already I say improving, but he's probably already been good. But he's doing better. And then Randy Kimbley's always been a hitter. So and then you got Roy Cooper back there just kind of creeping as well. But this is still anybody's game right here, and that's crazy.
Yes.
And then reminder, Pro 1 quads, you guys changed the rules on it. Can you remind everybody what you guys did?
Yes. Pro 1 quad is $4.99 and quicker. Pro Tree.
Pro Tree now. Not sport, just pro.
Man, I forgot awesome. Pro 2 cars. Pro 2 cars is $4.50 and slower. Full tree.
Yes. If you don't know what full tree is, a sportsman's tree. Not a lot of people know that. Pro 1 cars, which is your guys' without a doubt biggest class you got, and it's one of your top classes as well. Rules and points for that looks exciting.
It's $4.49 and quicker. Pro Tree. JT Hosting took the lead from Brad Civils. He was second heading into the July double points race. He took Brad out in the trophy and money. First round in the trophy, second round in the money to grab the lead. JT went on to win the money race.
Well, see, that's my strategy in action right there. He went to Brad Civil. That's what I said before is that if you want to take out the points leader, you got to aim for him first round and climb your way up. And that's exactly what he did. That's awesome.
Yep. JT with 130, Brad Civils 110. Oh, John Acker still right there in third, 105. And then Jimmy Fletcher and John Pate with 90 points. They're still kind of all in it with that big of a class because 16 to 20 entries is what we're averaging. You can make up 25. The guy loses first round and go on to win it. So
yeah, John Acker could go jump up to first place if he's lucky on a good weekend, or even Brad, or John and Jim can make a pretty big jump with just going 4 rounds, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you got some big names on this list. I know a lot of people may not know who these guys are, but Derek very much knows. John may not, but I do as well. You got some hitters on here. It's definitely a good quality list of racers right here. And looking forward to your guys' results from this weekend's points race. Once again, Atoka Motorsports Park, Atoka, Oklahoma. They got their points race this coming weekend, August 10th. And we'll be looking forward to those results. And then Derek will be back with us here in a month to go over what they got coming up for their next points race and go over the points once again. So, Derek, thank you for your time, and
Thanks for
we'll
having
talk
me.
to you soon. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Hey, can I say one thing?
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
If y'all haven't noticed, I know you know, we lost one of our longtime racers, sponsors, crew chiefs, promoters, guy that wore many hats. Bill Ralston passed away last week. So, I know he's went out to Prim, so some of the West Coast people probably know him. I don't know about the eastern side of the states, that part of the country, if they know him or not, unless they came to Atoka. But we lost Bill Ralston, so you keep his family in thoughts and prayers if you can.
I'm glad you brought that up, and apologies that I almost forgot about it. I'll go ahead and just read his obituary here real quick. Billy Eugene Ralston II, also known as Bill, Bunk, and Bunky of Durant, passed away with his family by his side July 31st, 2024 in Denison, Texas at age 73. He was cherished husband, father, grandfather, known as Grumpy, uncle, and a friend. He was born on July 23rd, 1951 in Pasadena, Texas, to Billy Eugene Ralston and Lula Watkins Ralston. He resided in La Habra, California for 21 years. In high school, he was an active member in FFA and raised the Grand Champion steer of Orange County. He married the love of his life, Linda Joy, on March 10th, 1973 in Fullerton, California, and they moved to Stillwater, Oklahoma, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Science from Oklahoma State. He and Linda then became residents of Durant of Oklahoma for over 45 years. He was a member of the church, and throughout the years, he was involved in Jeep Club and Masons and Kiwanis. I'll cut this part out, but I thought it was going to say something about him. Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1. He was the founder and crew chief of Ralston Racing, and his cousin / brother, David Ralston, close by his side. Bill and Linda were proud supporters of Atoka Motorsports Park for 32 years. His love for racing was contagious, and he introduced and taught numerous people to race over the years. He loved to hunt with family, and his closest friend of 51 years, Tommy Kramer. He was a pillar of strength, loved fiercely, and was always willing to lend a hand or solve a problem. He touched many with his generosity and will deeply be missed, but not forgotten. So, yeah, touching words right there. And that's really I'm glad you brought that up, Derek. And I know he was a big part of you guys these last 30 years, and that definitely sucks to see him go. And yeah.
I know he's been there at least 30 years because my first final was in 94 and I raced their son in the final.
That's wild. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, hey, Derek, thanks you for joining us. We'll see you again in a month, and we'll go over the point standings from there, and we'll talk about these results next episode.
Yes, sir. Make sure you got them. And if you want me on, I'll do it again. If not, you and Cody can read them off however y'all want to do it. So,
okay.
Yep, I'll get them to you either Sunday or Monday.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks, Derek. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, this is an ad read for Silverback Off-Road and the Rentals. Silver Lake's most convenient rental company. Rentals are available from April 1st to October 31st At Silverback Off-Road, you'll find experts that can help you find the latest products and performance upgrades to help you transform your Jeep, truck, or side-by-side into your ideal reflection. Their off-road rental shop is conveniently located in Mears, Michigan at 1920 North 24th Avenue, directly across the street from the 2,000-acre Silver Lake Sand Dunes, which is Michigan's #1 off-road destination. Also, Silverback Off-Road Rentals, they offer ATV rentals, side-by-side rentals, Jeep rentals, RV rentals, and more. This is the only drivable sand dune east of the Mississippi River. For more information, you can visit their website at silverbackoffroad.com, or you can give them a call at 231-923-2455, extension 1. Again, that's 231-923-2455, extension 1. And once again, you can find them at their website, silverbackoffroad.com, and also find them on social media at Silverback Off-Road. Silverback's RV rentals can be found at silverbackrvrental.com. You can also contact them at sales@silverbackrvrental.com. You can also call them for the RV rentals at 616-730-8787. Again, that's 616-730-8787. silverbackrvrental.com.
Hey everyone, this week's podcast sponsored by Racing in the Dirt. Located in Cleveland, Wisconsin, Racing in the Dirt is ready to put their over 30 years worth of off-road experience to work for you. From turnkey builds to rolling chassis to an awesome selection of parts, the Racing in the Dirt staff has got you covered. Brake kits, aluminum hub kits, enclosed chain drives and kits, dry shaft loops, and even DIY wheelie bar kits, all available. So let Scott, Shane, and the crew at Racing in the Dirt get you the competitive edge you need. Give them a call at area code 920-693-2000. That's area code 920-693-2000. Or find them on Facebook or even racinginthedirt.com. That's racinginthedirt.com. And the UPS Daily.
All right, it's just Cody and myself. We're going to talk about Thunder Valley Sand Drag's points race coming up this weekend. It's only second points race of the year due to Mother Nature. 2 test and tunes, a points race, and a truck event so far this year for us at Thunder Valley. We'll talk about the points here real quick. In Pee-wees, Riker Ballard leading the way by 5 points over Gabe Johnson, Blythe Inslee, and tied for third with Serena Johnson, Aspen Hibden rounding out the Pee-wee standing. And then Cody, do you have the points in front of you?
No, I was
okay. No, you're good. I'll keep going. Juniors, Chase McLaughlin leading the way. Not too surprised there. He's got a snowmobile powered junior dragster that does really well. Cole Ballard races a plethora of vehicles. He's in second place so far. Jordan Scarf in third place. And then Cody Gentry, Raylan Blake tied for third. Declan Boswell, Adrian Blake, Scarlett Inslee, and Ava Windsor rounding out the bottom part of juniors. And then Pro 2 ATV, a little surprising here. Tori Pitts leading the way over Craig McNeil just by 5 points. And then Sean Johnson and Riker Ballard sitting in third with 14 apiece. Craig's usually a killer in any class he races in. And Tori getting the win over him at the first race in Pro 2 is big indeed. And because as I said, Craig's a killer. But Tori wins in about anything he drives. He's got a quad, a side-by-side. He even races his truck. He can win in just about anything. But Craig is a killer. As I say his name right now, he's leading the way in Pro 1 ATV points. Craig McNeil, 28 points. Josh Hibden rounding out, or he has second place with 23. Ava Windsor, Michael Parker tied for third. And then Parker Whittle, Stephanie Kimbley tied for fourth. Brittany Garrison, Cole Ballard tied for fifth, it looks like. Yep, tied for fifth. And then Cody Gentry sitting at the bottom of the list there. No pro comp cars, unfortunately, yet. We do run top eliminator sometimes as well, but Right now we're just kind of low on bracket cars, which is, I guess, our new norm at Thunder Valley Sand Drags, but looking to change that as we hear some guys are coming out with some vehicles this year. They're just late getting them together, and like I said, we just haven't had a lot of opportunities to run. So we're getting it there though. And yeah, Cody, you got anything to add for this weekend's points race at Thunder Valley Sand Drags?
So again, it's unfortunate that we're in August and it's only the second points event of the year, but it's coming off the heels of a very successful truck drags and show and shine event. So morale for the track staff should be pretty high, and that hopefully won't be brought down by anything that happens on the track. It's going to be the weather's gonna be really nice actually for August. It's gonna be I think 85 degrees,
Ooh,
which
I did not know that.
some people 82. It's gonna be 82
Ooh.
degrees on Saturday, which I know some
Let's
people
go.
people up north are like 82 degrees. That's nice. Well, yeah, in August you would you'll love 82 degrees. Hopefully it's not too humid, so that's something to look forward to because a big reason why they only run one race in August is because of the heat and humidity in August. It's pretty intense.
Could possibly have a
So
makeup race August 24th. There were talks about a side by side event that weekend, but I don't think that's going to work out. So, possibly another points race to happen on August 24th. And yeah, Thunder Valley Sand Drags in Grain Valley, Missouri, running their second points race of the year this year. I will be there, working the event as I usually do. So, and my beautiful wife will also be working in the tower as well. She's sitting right over here, but I'm not going to show her because well, I should show her. She's gorgeous, but she wouldn't appreciate me if I did that. But yeah, we will be there at Thunder Valley Sand Drags Points Race, Grain Valley, Missouri, August 10th. Hey there, it's just me and Minnie Mooch, and we are going to preview a couple of races. Franklin County Four Wheelers has a bracket race this weekend. And Damian, what do we got to look forward to?
Uh, just gonna be your average bracket race right now. Um, Mostly this one, a lot of people, especially in this area, use it kind of as a prep weekend for gravel rama. You'll see some guys out there with engines they ain't ran all year or combinations they ain't ran all year, getting them ready for gravel rama, seeing what kind of numbers they'll run. We've got a different converter in the Jeep to run the 6 liter at gravel this year after some mishaps with the drive line. So we've just decided instead of fighting with the 4.8 this year, we're just going to run the 6 liter with on motor this year. And then after gravel, switch the converters back to where we can spray it again. You might see Rodney Upchurch out there with his red Blazer. That thing's always flying, a top contender in A class. At the fair race when they ran the quick 8 trucks, it was running 3.8s.
Wow. Well, there's going to be some stiff competition at gravel, it sounds like, this year. And
Totally.
especially with Cody Trice going on the tear he has this year. And as I said in our last episode earlier this week, if you're racing against Trice, you better watch out because that boy has momentum and he's coming for some heads.
That's definitely the truth.
But yeah, Franklin County is running a bracket race this weekend. It's a points race as well.
Right.
Pee-wees start in the morning, 8:15. You guys are doing something on Friday, I see?
No.
Not
that I know of.
It just says gates open at 5 p.m.
Yeah,
so.
just gates open Friday so people can get in there Friday night before the race.
Gotcha. Okay. And cool. Well, yeah, Franklin County Four Wheelers in Brookville, Indiana. If you're looking for somewhere to go racing this weekend, you're close to the area. They're running a bracket race for points. And then we'll scoot on along to Newtown Dragway here. Newtown Dragway is running another truck race. Not a lot of ATV racing for them this year. I think they do have something along those lines coming up later, but they're running a race this weekend again as well. Top 10 list race as they always do. And makes me think if anybody with a diesel truck is looking to try to go after that 462 new world record set by Corey Lawyer from Iowa at my home track, Thunder Valley Sand Drags. at our diesel race just a couple weeks ago.
Right, totally. And it's definitely great to see someone actually gunning for these street records again in the diesel class. That's one thing we haven't seen a lot of in the sport is the diesel trucks. Hopefully we see more coming to the 300-foot tracks gunning for this record.
Absolutely. And I was actually kind of surprised that the 555, the record was before for diesel, wasn't really touched until a year later at the same event. It was
Right.
It was pretty crazy, and it got shattered nonetheless. But let's see if these Newtown guys can chip away at these records. I know one of their guys has our pure gas record with like a 445. That's ridiculously fast.
Right. It's crazy what some of these guys out there in Newtown are running on street tire trucks. They're SB2 motor, bunch of nitrous on a 35-inch or less. Most of the guys I know in Newtown are running a 33-inch tire. I don't know if my friend with the Willie's pickup will be making the trek up there to try and run with him, but he's definitely got a truck that can contend with him when they get everything figured out. He was supposed to be going to Dave Applegate's speeders race at Shelton's, but unfortunately that got canceled. So they're still looking to get some more testing and data in on that truck.
Right. And they ran a race July 26th, where they did a street truck outlaw race. Thomas Cornell got the win there. And then second place was Bubba Peel. So
on a note with Thomas Cornell, who won the outlaw street truck shootout at Newtown, he's also our current pure street gas record holder with a 445.8 at 81.03 miles per hour. So if you've got a street truck you got plates and insurance on it, unaltered 35-inch tire or less, I don't care what modifications are done, you could have a woods buggy. If it's able to outrun these times a mile an hour and it's plated and insured with an unaltered DOT tire,
just gotta be street legal.
Exactly.
What does he drive here? What is that? I can't tell from this. Does that say a custom?
It's a square body Chevy.
Okay.
Heck, let's do this.
It looks pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Well, yeah. Well, shout out to Thomas Cornell. I actually did not know he had our world record for the gas record. I did not know that was him. So shout out to Thomas. And if anybody's able to go after these records, or your pure gas record to beat is a 445 with an 8, and then your pure street diesel record to beat is a 462 with a 2.
Yeah, it's definitely great to see these people gunning for these street records, actually really leaning on these equipment. I'm excited to see where this goes. Like I said, I've been working with a group out, Brian Monroe out of North Carolina with their little Willie's pickup. It's a full 4-link ladder bar front, Dana 30. They've got an SCS box in it now, 427 LS with a lot of nitrous. They're gunning for it. It's great to see people actually looking at these records and building cars specifically for them.
They're looking to do some more street truck outlaw racing this weekend, so keep an eye out for that as well. And then our friends in Henderson, Michigan are at Mid-Michigan Trail Runners, Greens Raceway, are running a race this weekend as well. Just a regular bracket race. So those are a few races coming up this weekend. So if you're near the Henderson, Michigan Brookville, Indiana area, or the Newtown, Virginia area, you can definitely find a spot to go racing at this weekend. And as Damian said, Franklin County guys are basically that Franklin County race just might be a test and tune for gravel. Just
for a lot of guys.
Yeah,
that's I like us. We'll still end up bracket racing the setup we've got, but there's a lot of people that'll come out of the woodwork with just something, make a couple of passes, just make sure everything's working right before we go to Gravel-Rama.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. And those are just a few race previews coming up this weekend.